Every day, historic buildings across America are being torn down, and what's inside can be lost or destroyed forever. But not if Mike and Robert get there first.
Bring it down just a little bit.
From an old farmhouse to an abandoned mill, together they restore, repurpose, or resell whatever salvage they can find.
Now, this is a no fun thing.
They're saving pieces of history and America, one salvage job at a time.
The value just keeps going up.
They are the Salvage Dawgs.
Hey, the guy's got something in the back of the truck.
Where have they been?
They went to do a pickup for me. It's, you know, guess it's free.
Okay, good. We're good.
Ta-da!
Is this what you wanted?
Well, I didn't know exactly what it was.
You know, the ugliest thing we could. We brought it back.
I sent Ted and Tay to a laundry that we had done some salvaging before, and it was a part of it we didn't get to. So when they opened it up, they called us back down to pull this piece out of there. Got some bronze on it.
My first thought is, man, what are we going to do with this?
What's the name on it?
Sissel. I'm from Louisville. Steam spotting board.
Steam spotting board. It's a spot steam cleaner, I've been told. So if there was a stain on a garment, then they would steam on the top and it would vacuum from the bottom and remove the stain.
Price is right.
Yeah, free. I like the design right away.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking use it how it is, as far as that shelf right there, and we put a solid surface on top. And it becomes a console, a bar, a kitchen island.
Kitchen island, like a peninsula.
Yeah.
You can steam your vegetables with it in your kitchen. That'd be great.
You're overreaching, Robert.
You should know about overreaching.
Yeah, I do. That's why I noticed it right away. You know? It's a really cool base. It's got a kind of a deco look to it.
That's kind of cool.
Sweeping lines and right angles. It's perfect. Yeah, good height. 30.
Is it really?
Put a plank of wood on top.
That'd be cool. How sturdy is it?
I think it'll be a nice compliment to the old industrial age and warm it up with a piece of wood. This is for the lazy bar guy. Just have another.
I've got good news and I got bad news.
Just the good news, all we can handle today.
The good news is that Mike and I are going on a boat ride.
That's great news, guys.
Bad news is you guys aren't. I got word that there's a boat down at Smith Mountain Lake, a big old cabin cruiser, Lakeside Marina. Dickie Dill is the proprietor. From what I hear, the boat may have some value to it, and then he's got other stuff that I think he's willing to part with. I got no deal done yet, but if we get down there and he's ready to take action, we're going to take action. Tomorrow, you guys work at the new warehouse, just be on call for us.
Rapid response team.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting there doing this, waiting.
Yeah.
I've got one thing I got to do today before we leave tomorrow is I got some clients from Barrel Cave Winery. They need a bar built for their tasting rooms. Other than that, that sounds like a full week.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the trip down south. Today we're starting a build for Bill and Kathy Zudi, and they were opening up a wine store in Radford, Virginia. And they commissioned a bar. It's going to be a pretty good size bar, 12 foot wide and probably 30 inches deep. So it's going to make a statement.
Now, do you have a way to take these apart in a good way?
I got the old-fashioned way, bust a move. We kind of morphed it a little bit from their original design. They wanted a couple of barrels up front. I used my twisted brain and gave them a little different angle on it. It's a fun part. Oh, yeah. We're using these barrel staves a little abstractly to give it some dimension. It's going to be real cool. This is the logo. I want to replicate something like this here. I'm thinking that I can have you make the wine glass out of metal.
Okay.
Make it a very elegant wine glass.
I'll make it very elegant.
I know you got it in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
We're using some of the old tin from the Bent Mountain Mill. We're going to do this like a quilt, patch it together. And I had some slab black walnut. So we're going to come in and take the bark off, and then we'll sand it and clean it all up. And these are going to be what we make the top of the bar out of. That's the focal point. Awesome. Awesome. I've never seen anybody use this before like that, so maybe I got it first, but at least it's first in my mind, anyway. I got about as far as I could go with Lonnie right now. I've got a lot of detail work to do, so I'm going to leave it with him to continue on the project. Robert wants me to go on a boat ride, and I can't turn him down. I'm really happy with the way it's turned out. It'll be righteous.
I think it's in this cove right here.
All right. Robert and I are up here on Smith Mountain Lake taking a boat ride out on the old Skippy to go look at a potential salvage job. Man, it's a beautiful day out here.
That's a tough way to make a living.
The proprietor, Lakeside Marina, has a lot of boats that are in their final hours, so to speak, and one that's taking a big swim, so we're going to go and take a look. I'm hoping there's something to look at, and maybe he's got some other treasures, who knows?
Or maybe we'll just get a 12-pack.
Yeah, even if we don't get anything, it doesn't suck. Yeah. I'm a seafarer, Robert in his Navy days, and then my Navy days and my yachting days, and we don't get the opportunity to take our boat to a salvage yard.
It's probably a one-time deal.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
there's not a lot of salvage going on the lake, so we were happy to do it.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Dickie. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Sir. Remember Mike?
Hey, Dick.
I do. I'm Mike. Well, we got an old boat there if you want some parts off of it.
Yeah, us,
You other
we're
two.
scavengers, we're low flyers.
All right. Pacemaker.
She's seen better days, I can tell that.
That's not a good sight for any mariner. You never want to see that. It's like if you're in a horse person seeing your horse upside down with its legs sticking up. Not the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's somebody's misfortune, and you're just glad it's not yours.
Yeah.
Is it all subject to availability and negotiation, Dickie?
Just depends on how bad you want.
Oh, yeah. I don't really want
I'm not
that
really
bad.
feeling the love right now, Diggy, but
Some of the trim on it's all right.
yeah, it's all stainless steel, all the railings.
I'm looking for stainless steel fittings just because I know how much they cost new.
I like the cabin chair, maybe the AC, maybe the bimini. I'm kind of easily swayed. I look for the shiny bits, chromed bells and handles, horns. That's the pieces that I see are reusable for projects that I do.
I'm thinking I'll wait till they pump it out because I don't see any reason to get my feet wet.
Yeah, once it's out of the water, then we can see what's inside.
All right.
We'll see if she'll come up. It's kind of a discovery.
Yeah. And right now, it's all for us.
Yeah, yeah.
And every once in a while, you got to salvage for yourself.
Yeah.
And
We're
this
bad.
is probably for us.
Yeah. We have a weakness for boats. It's bad. This was a perfect opportunity to put a little bit more bling on the skippy.
I think we're going to need some help here, though.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt about that. Let me give the crew a call. We didn't know what we were going to find, so we needed some more tools, and the crew was ready. Hey, Bryson. Hey, gang.
We're here for the boat and just the parts of the boat.
Dickie Dale is the owner here. He's going to be pumping it out.
But while it's being pumped out, I think we can pick off some of the top, all the deck fittings, captain's chair at least. There's an air conditioning unit there, the bimini top.
Hopefully he's going to have some other stuff in this acres and acres of
Marine
nautical
salvage.
marine salvage.
That's right.
That maybe we can pick from while the piece is coming up.
Let's get to work.
All right.
1, 2, 3, Dawgs!
Hands
We're going to raise the Titanic.
up! He has to pump more water out of the boat than's coming in the boat, and then that boat will float. He's an experienced marine salvager. He'll get it done.
And this thing looks like it's going to take, another hour to get out of the water?
Yeah.
Let's go find Dickie and see if we can't see what else he's got while these guys start working on the topside stuff. All right. I knew there's other boats to be talked about there, and stuff that's probably a lot more valuable than that boat that we came for.
What other treasures you got around here?
Down this way,
Yeah, so
sir.
you guys what, 2 acres, 5 acres here?
About 40.
40? 40 acres? Really?
Yeah, all I need's a mule. The boat up there is in the 30s, I think. Little mahogany 1-inch strips. Pretty little boat.
Does it take too much to bring it down?
Oh, I don't know. It's going to add to the price terribly, but I think you can handle it.
That rowboat. Truly, the bottom of the boat is good looking, but the inside of the boat is even better looking. This is marine art. It's beautiful.
You take your parasol, set in the back, and let him row you around.
You'd be surprised where it'll end up. Clothing stores like boats. See shelves being built on it, set it on its transom vertically. It's an eye catcher. I'm just trying to figure out what it's worth.
A whole lot more to me than you thinking at the moment.
You're probably right.
You just make me an offer and see if it don't leave.
Couple $100.
Make it 4 and you can leave with it.
400, and that was pretty steep for the condition it was in. It needs some help. It's been up there for a long time.
We're going to do the bundle. We're going to pile up all
I
the
was
stuff.
going to say, we'll just leave that for the bundle price.
Bundle it with something
Bundle
else. That's a
it.
good deal.
We need some more stuff to bundle with it. If you're buying in volume, usually you can get a better price on the bulk.
Walk this way.
Come on, sweet girl. That's my love.
How far back are we going in here?
This looks like Southeast Asia.
There's another boat back in there.
Whoa!
Check that out.
Look at that.
How far back are we going in here?
Dickie was taking us up to show us the rest of the yards. Whoa!
Check that out.
Look at that. And on the left, I saw a boat sticking out of the weeds. That's an old lap streak.
Yeah.
Probably mid-60s.
A beauty, too, I might add.
It had the classic lines of an old Chris Craft. Oh, it's a lap streak construction. And as soon as you see it, you recognize it. But we had to get over there and take a look at it. That's a solid teak transom, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I think that's got a look.
I'm seeing a bar right there. I'm
Yeah.
standing behind
I
it.
don't know if I'll go back here in the briar patch and figure out what to call it.
Tried to get in there And I mean, it was a fight with the weeds, the trees. It was a mess.
Let's get it out and see what it looks like.
That's
If
right.
it makes it out here,
The pieces will make it.
pieces will make it.
There's no way I was going to buy that from where it was. I mean, I needed to see it.
Now we're talking. The removal technique was the classic knock a hole in the bottom and put a chain through it.
And drag her out.
Method.
Drag her out by the keel.
All right, let's see what you got. I was really worried it was going to break apart.
What do you think, Mike?
Iffy. Ay, 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 ay.
Let me get another chain.
My hope for the condition is going down. I can just save what's left. It'll be okay. If not, it was probably a fool's errand. I guess who the fool is. That is a rudder I can ride over here. Cool.
She's almost ready for the water.
Mighty rough.
Well, the transom will save.
Okay.
Then I think maybe we get the bow. This was a nice boat in her day. I think there's some salvageable parts on it, but we need to pull some more stuff together, bundle with Dickie, and fill the trucks.
Check out Revenge. I like the back end of that.
What do you think we can make out of it, Robert? A bar?
It's a bar fixation. There's no question. We have
an unhealthy bar thing going. There's no doubt. It's either a bar or a table, and a table can be a bar. So, there you go. Hey, Dickie, something fell off of it.
Good Lord. Tear the stuff up and then ask me what I want for it.
Revenge was another lap street vessel. I saw some bling on it, some chrome pieces and a nice vintage handles. Kind of had to look at the other boat, but it was in better shape. It was more intact.
And it was much better than the boat in the water.
Yeah, so we're figuring there's got to be a win here somewhere, and I think maybe the Revenge is our holy grail here.
It got me with the name. She had me at Revenge. The back end's a little bit better looking than the front end. Woo.
What'd she run into, Dickie?
Nothing. Time.
All right, let's head on back.
Yeah, we got to get going. It's getting pretty late in the day, and we haven't really done anything but start that dewatering process. So we need to make a deal, and we need to get to work. Your launch, your little mahogany launch, you were asking $400 for it, right? About $75.
Good man.
Revenge. And the pacemaker, what do you got to get for that?
Could we settle out the whole thing, the whole shooting match for $1,000? Would that suit y'all?
Yeah.
I like it. Great minds think alike, Dickie. Appreciate it.
I think Dickie was pretty fair. He knew what he had. A great guy, a wealth of knowledge, got a great sense of humor. He was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the people we like to work with.
Yeah.
I mean, people not like me, a little easier going.
Yeah,
Take the edge off a little bit.
I don't like dealing with somebody like me.
Did we ever figure out what the name of this girl is?
Ramona Sue.
Ramona Sue.
Mona Sue.
I would like to get this. Paul. Go easy on it.
You're mounting Ramona.
Hold it together, Ramona. It was quickly going down as it shook apart. She was pretty punky. Now what we want to do is get to start there in the middle. Right. Work your way out.
I just went through the bottom.
Don't laugh at her. Don't laugh at her.
Sorry, Ramona.
There you go. That didn't take much, did it? Take the whole bow off.
You probably just put that bow right into a wall, and it could be a bar as well, just kind of like a stand around in a restaurant.
Awesome. Look at that.
You could also sit it up on its end and use it for shelves. Maybe somebody just was dying to have a bow off the boat. I don't know.
Hey, what's it say?
Something that all of you should remember.
To my crew, please
Be reasonable.
and do it my way. The captain.
That's it.
Dang.
That is it.
Revenge. I don't know if I like the name. This might not go easy.
We've got a lot of work ahead of us here. We've bitten off a little more we can chew. So Ted and I are going to go take our chainsaw to the Revenge.
You gotta get this out.
See what they can pull out of the sunken boat.
Just fell through a window.
Now that this thing's out of the water, it's worse than I thought.
Not too much of interest in here.
The pacemaker, it's just, that boat's trashed. It had not been taken care of.
Here on the bridge and it is control. Yeah.
Only thing still good on it is select hardware, a lot of stainless steel. Captain's chair could be refitted, reupholstered. Air conditioner, I'll sell. We're there. We pulled it up out of the water, and by God, we're going to get something for it.
We'll go ahead and take the cap rail off, take the swim platform off,
Okay.
and then we'll just chop it. Well, right away, I got to figure out what's salvageable. The main body is going to be the transom or the back. Get that off in one piece.
It's not giving at all.
It is.
Any kind of wrench.
I think it was, well, that's pretty stupid. I think I wasn't going to need a wrench to take a boat apart, huh? We don't do this every day, We're not a marine salvage company, you know. You give me a house, I pretty much know what I'm doing. But give me a boat, you know, I'll flounder a little bit, but I'll get it done. There we go.
Hey, that look easy, Mike.
Yep, we're a top-notch organization here.
There's a big problem. You see what's going on up there? The air conditioning unit, it was stubborn. Where is that bolted to?
I couldn't see anything up top.
They had to put it in somehow.
That's a fact. Well, we could cut it out. Making an investment in that, I've already made the deal. I'm gonna get it. There's no question.
It's a risky maneuver there.
You get that line around it?
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to say that it came out in a white side fashion. A little worse for wear and tear, but it's out. Call me Mike. The stainless fittings, the value of it, all those parts we took off
It
are
surpasses.
over $1,000.
Yeah, it surpasses.
Easy.
Hi, Diggy.
All right.
All right.
Nice. Sweet revenge. This is awesome. I got everything that I deemed salvageable. Just some good vintage parts. Anytime you're looking for vintage stuff, they make it in reproduction, but original is always better. I felt real good about it. We've done as much decimation in this yard as we could possibly stand in one day.
I was a little happier to see what he pulled out than what I had to show. But I didn't have a whole lot to work with.
The boat was ugly in the water, and it was even uglier when it got out of the water. That's kind of the discovery part of our business. You get invited in for one thing, but you're hoping you can unearth something else.
That is cool.
That's gorgeous.
That was really the gold on this
Yeah, you
job.
can't quit.
Don't let the weeds and the
Don't get
chiggers
stirred.
run you away.
Absolutely not.
Feel real good about what we've done. Got a truckload of stuff. So I'm going to head back to the shop and check online and see how he's doing with the bar construction, because we need to get this thing delivered. Hey, how are you?
Good to see you. Nice to see you again.
Check it out.
This is going to be the centerpiece of our shop.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Oh, look at this.
Wow.
I love
Oh
it.
my
what you say.
goodness.
No, I love it.
I think it turned out really good, yeah.
The bar was awesome.
Bill, how they
look
did
at the logo.
And the barrel staves.
Art, baby.
Made me want to choke the
Drink.
wine.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, does that make it?
I love to see the end result out of our shop. It's always good to see it in a customer's destination.
In situ.
Did you call me? In situ? Back at you.
That texture is
love that.
unbelievable. Look at that. That exceeds our expectation.
It exceeded their expectations. Again.
You love to hear that.
I love to hear that.
Far preferable to the alternative. Ooh. What's that frown?
Hey, it's time to go.
Going to the dogs is a real pleasure. Cheers.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We're going to have to coin that phrase.
You guys made the winery happy. That's good for the business,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
good
a
for
wine
the
store
week.
base.
You got a boat ride out of it?
Yeah.
Got a couple bars and a couple sales counters out of the deal, plus stuff I can use on my boat.
That's right.
You know, and that makes everything better.
It was fun for us. It's important to keep it fun always, because if it's miserable, then why do it? Unless you're just making loads of money, and then we know we're not, so we just got to have fun.
That's right.
Girls want to have fun, so do guys.